Who are you and what are you currently working on?
Yeah, my name is Allan, and I'm doing part-time. I'm doing helping out making a mixed reality VR game where yeah, I can't talk that much about it actually because I signed an NDA. But and then on the other half of my time, I'm playing a lot with AR glasses, the Snap Spectacles, the Quest 3 headset. Trying to do my fair share in the AI space also. Hard to keep up with that. So I think now I just decided to focus more on the making content rather than trying to create the shovels like everybody else is doing right now. Yeah, so just making games and playing with consumer devices and stuff like that.
Super. Working for a client or for yourself?
Yeah, so I have a client right now, part-time, helping him out. We are like 3 people, so I'm doing most of the multiplayer stuff in that project.
Very cool. How did you end up in the AR VR industry? Like, what's your origin story there?
Yeah, I have a degree in art and technology, and I used to do a lot of like hardware and electronics and projection mapping and basically experience designs at events and festivals. But then COVID happened, and I decided to just go all in on software. And I saw Snapchat, they released the glasses, and I was like, I need to get those glasses. And at that point you could only get it if you got into a special program. So I just started making AR filters I made like 33, one every day for 33 days. And I think some people started noticing that, and it got me a lot of opportunities later on. So I think it was a good pivot, but now I have a longing to get back to hardware and the physical stuff again, because I can also feel on myself I'm getting screen fatigue. Like all the internet is getting filled up with slop, and yeah, so I think people wants to get more and more back to the real world again.
100% agree. What are you most excited about at the moment in VR AR industry?
Yeah, what I'm most excited about, I think so far as the hardware goes, we have the right hardware. There's no bottlenecks anymore. We can make the applications we want. So I think we just need to just keep building really. There's lots of unexplored things in AR and UX design and all that stuff, and especially multiplayer applications like AR multiplayer is very unexplored. But yeah, everything is still very new, so it's definitely not mainstream yet. But there is money to be made if you take it seriously. So yeah, I don't know. I think just keep exploring and building.
Very cool. What would you say is broken in the industry that nobody really talks about?
I think what was broken before was an unfair kind of competition against Meta, because Meta, like Steam, they have their own app store, and there they were like pushing a lot their own first-party Horizon Worlds app for a while next to our third-party applications inside the store. So there wasn't really a fair distribution but they listened to the developers now and fixed it. So I think now the Quest store is in a better state than it ever has been. So I think lots of the main issues and bottlenecks we had before have really been solved. There are still a lot of things to be fixed in, like the room sharing. Like if I scan my room and want to invite you into my room, I think there are some privacy things that Meta is concerned about there. And also now that AI is getting put into everything, it's like we will kind of take it as we go. But yeah, just really exciting about this kind of future we're living in right now, where it's more about willpower and persistency rather than deep technical knowledge.
Right. Fantastic point there. I couldn't agree more. But also technical knowledge, obviously, is required to.
Of course.
Yeah. Otherwise, it just becomes slop.
Yeah.
Where do you see AR VR going in the next 5 years?
So I think we're first gonna get the AI glasses. they will figure out some cool use cases. It's all the utility stuff, navigation, translation, all that stuff. And then once that's solved, I think batteries can, I think as technology matures, battery can get smaller, etc. So we can get actually, the main problem now is like the form factor of VR glasses, and AR glasses is so big that nobody wants to carry it. And then we still have to solve something like the stigma of having cameras pointed, and like when I wear my glasses, I always get asked if I record them, etc. So I think there's definitely some stigma and some technology that needs to be developed before we even can get there. But as far as like using a headset in your own room at home, we're very much there now. But as far as using glasses 8 hours or all day use outside, yeah, we're maybe 5 to 10 years away from that.
Wow. Okay. Who is kind of leading the technology here? Would you say, is it Meta or Apple? Apple released something recently, right?
Yeah. I think Meta is leading it on the numbers, and they're also undercutting their prices they're prioritizing user growth or anything, while Apple is releasing a super expensive headset, but they're trying to make it cool. So I think also like one of the Oculus creator, Paul Malocki, he said like, you need to make it cool before you make it cheap. So I think that's also what Apple is trying to do. They're selling their niche high-end product to their early adopters and fanboys first, and then they can keep iterating and make it cheaper for. So I think you will see a cheaper headset come out of Apple soon, but also Apple and Google are working on AI glasses too. So I think there will be these two product lines with VR headsets and AI glasses, and eventually they will merge into one thing.
More streamlined.
More streamlined, yeah.
That's where it's all headed, basically.
I think so, yeah. Super
cool, man. And personally, what does winning look like to you in, say, 2 years?
Like so individually or?
Yeah, on a personal basis.
Yeah.
What's a dream scenario?
Can I pay rent? So I don't need to worry about rent every month. Can I be in the supermarket, buy the bread that I want, not have to think about how much it costs? I think at this point I don't need to have this like
Pastel de nata.
$1 billion exit, right? I'm happy as long as I can keep doing the things that I find exciting, and I can pay rent. And I'm in a situation like that now, but of course I wish also to maybe buy some real estate someday. So I would need to kind of increase the income I'm getting currently, and maybe that's gonna be done through releasing more games. I think I also struggle like a lot of people. I ship too late. I should ship more often, more early, rather than polishing. So, but I think I'm also slowly getting better at that. But I think ideally, like you should be shipping a product every month, and I'm not currently doing that.
Right.
I also suck at marketing.
How often do you ship a product, would you say, currently?
I try maybe to put out like things every third month, every second month maybe. Some you can't buy, just try. I think also collecting waiting lists are good, like any sort of growth metric or building a Discord community.
Early feedback.
Yeah, and also if you want to raise money, you don't need to show revenue. You can show Discord server users or number of signups, etc. So I just need to be better. I need to be better at marketing, or at least team up with someone who can handle more of the sales kind of stuff. So because I love building the products, but I really suck at selling the stuff.
Yeah.
So
multiple hats. Yeah.
Multiple hats.
Classic.
Yeah.
How is AI helping you in your work with developing AR/VR systems? Do you get a lot of leverage from AI?
Yeah, 100%. I barely look at the code anymore. Like I can just sit 6-8 hours a day just coding, and I also never really saw myself as much of a coder. I learned a little bit to code like through the processing and P5.js and all the creative coding stuff early, and then I spent a couple of years with C# and Unity now. and I never really got really good at it. So now with AI, I just tell it what. So yeah, I'm just testing the stuff that it's creating essentially now, and it's really cool. And especially in VR, I use all of the time. Most of the time is used testing. So I think that's okay. I want to try to automate more of that process, but it's definitely has the biggest impact in coding so far. And there is also like some scraping. I think AI is really good at finding leads or like.
Cool.
You know,
are you using like Cursor with
yeah, I'm
AI
using
assistant?
Cursor. Yeah, I tried anti-gravity. I think I broke it, and I actually never tried Claude Code. But at this point, it's like, why would you use a week to transition just for 5% more productivity when a new model drops next week, anyways? So I think Cursor is very much great for what it can do now. And yeah, I think we just need to optimize or automate more of the Unity flow, which is like a lot of the slow stuff is now building an APK, putting it onto the headset. But yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking today. We had a beautiful chat today, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And good luck in San Francisco. I heard you're going to a conference.
Thank you.
TikTok?
Oh, actually, it's in Santa Monica. I'm going to the Snapchat office for an event there.
Oh, super! Snapchat office. You were invited as a creator or something?
Yeah, we were like a few people who got invited because we're building stuff for the spectacle. So I'm not sure what they're gonna show us there, but I think it's gonna be awesome, and maybe it has something to do with the glasses that they're gonna release at the end of the year, because the last glasses they released was kind of more focused on it's like a dev kit for only developers to use, and now I think they're gonna launch their first really consumer AR see-through glasses.
Very cool, man.
So.